Alrighty, it's gonna be time for part 9. I was pretty much in a coma half this week, so it's been interesting to say the least. Looks like we need to head to our room. Quite the view you got there. Those are the undying flames we were talking about. Yeah, I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you, that's a pretty decent fit. I guess so. Oof. Alone in my room, I slumped to bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here, but this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back home at the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. But would the real Karuda still be there waiting for me, or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fell asleep. Bing, bong.
Up and Adam troops! As commanding officer responsible for the school, get ready for your 30th day of down and dirty. It's day 30. I've unlocked some new classrooms on the first floor. It's the metal shop. And on the second floor, the bio lab. As usual, you can ask me more about how...
New facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. Let's go meet up with everybody in the cafeteria. Oh, good morning to you. Morning. I still can't make myself believe that Nozomi and Karuda are different people. They're just two alike. I have to go. I'll see you later. If she were Karuda, I can't imagine why she'd act so cold toward me. Maybe the fact that I get so awkward around Nozomi is why she's putting distance between us. I can't help it though, being around her is so confusing. Oof, my doggy is being a little bit redonkulous today. Alright, it looks like everybody's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden. Then let's hold a killing game and clean up here a little. Whoa, don't be so casual about that. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're gonna kill someone, you gotta take good time with it. Make it mean something for the both of you. You know what I mean? Is that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better that we can defend the school. Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a quick look around the school. It's basically identical to ours. Apart from that huge wall of fire, of course. The infamous undying flames. The sight of them sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now. What exactly are those flames, Takumi? All we can tell you about the flames is what Saray told us when we got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
That's what I said. They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flames.
Fire that never goes out. Sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I never would have believed that if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it now. Perhaps it's an advanced form of ninjutsu. Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from the last defense academy. If that's true, they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated on the school grounds. Maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really know how it works. got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there. We think so. I tried dousing them, but they sprang up again. It's gonna take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Survey said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared. And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless. Sorry. Hey, that's not our fault. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal. All right. It's just like Nigo said.
Second to last defense academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources. There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Verily, it was a shock to learn we'd been risking our lives to protect the mere decoy. A shock? It's downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing. It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire might on this school. I still say Nigo could have told us from the beginning. A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above. Saray mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war? But now the Decoy's Academy is gone. That means the attacks on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right? Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is. And there's still like 70 days to go. Aw man, what bad luck. I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying. You're all so adorable the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks make it worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then why fight at all? Why don't we just run? Huh? If we use the school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, and nor does a woman. Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the TRC from here. Besides, the future of humanity's at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it was just a story made up to motivate us. Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we talked about. In the end, we decided if there were a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I didn't really do anything special. But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove that it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? Guess not. If Saray had been able to tell you more about what was going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we just couldn't stand by and let it happen. Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming the world's death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Wait. What's that?
A new prominent term to deal with. This is gonna overload my extra small-sized brain.
It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether this is true. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the TRC. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Decimated the population? Is that bad? Enough with the dramatic buildup. Tell us what this thing is.
Quiet, P-Brain, the adults are talking. If we tell you, we don't want any of that. Hey, is that really true? What if it's all made up stuff?
Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on, make up the explanations already. There's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin? What? Your manners are no better, you foul-mouthed rich bitch. Shut up, shut up. Having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. What's hard to understand about that? Why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you.
She's right. Even already been chewed gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than I am, too.
Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy nonsense out of nowhere?
That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope.
Last hope? Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We are the only ones that can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. Aha, and you believe that too. Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. We won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you. What about world death? You just gonna keep throwing that name around like it means something, or are you gonna actually start explaining? You know what? I'm not telling you anything. Shove it up the tailpipe of a car that you can't afford to insure because you're poor. I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anything. Kudata, don't be... There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait. You act like a big shot, but this is our school. We were here first. Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go. We could say the same for you. You and your school would have been toast if we hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday. Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll myrtleize you. Oh, don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
Well, excuse the heck out of me! I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
Ah!
That's enough. You all need to calm down. Takami's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together. Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That dreadnought class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you. I would never do that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right? Please, everyone, we shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends with these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people. How dare you? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction, my ass. I may be a jerk, but he's our jerk. I've had just about enough of... I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi. Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. Alright, trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It would be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings.
Ah.
What's with those guys? Are we really gonna have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that? I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening. Like you're one. Oh, you brought back some interesting friends with you talking. Oh, so this is my fault now.
I know I've got no right to contribute to the conversation, but what do you think world death is? I'm really curious now.
Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to fuck with us. Damn it. I still feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off. I'll do the same. No killing game. Maybe next time. Everybody left. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that. Same here. It's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Saray or Haruka would hear it, they know what to do, but it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve the problem in our own way. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Aito and I parted ways. I headed back to my room. Naked.
Ugh.
After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling these groups. There's gotta be some way. Maybe we need more time. Come to think of it, there's some new rooms unlocked. I think I'll go take a peek at those. Metal Shop and Biolab. This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop. It's more like something you'd see on a military base. There's all kinds of deadly-looking weapons, and the air's thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. She's here, too. We can make traps here. I should try that sometime. The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease. Seriously? You like this? All that metal and gunpowder and everything? I know it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself, but the Bazookies actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development. Like guns and stuff? In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gunrunners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the TRC. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to Ooh Suzuki, and the rest is history. Is that how names were changed? Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
Roar, mighty others flee! Great and powerful, oh Suzuki!
Trap development has been unlocked. You can access it in your free time. The invaders will rue the day they crossed an Osuzuki. I'm glad she's on our side. Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence. Again, with the ritual suicide demands, I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. Yeah, she's kind of an asshole. I don't think she's pretending not to know me. Karuda could have never put that back on that convincing. Maybe it's not her. Maybe she lost her memory. Look out, Nozomi! That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on your lap. Oh, he's like the yokai Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking in their breath, except for with his spit. The holy Jumanji sword and I will strike him down. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. Darn it, she's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do? Yes, we'll just head to the biolab. So this is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. What are you laughing at? I can't help it. Look at all this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room is open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about here? Mostly stuff that gives our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities too. Nico did say there were facilities like this tucked away in the dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet that I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but we never unlocked it. Enhancement development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. It does sound like it would be useful, but is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs. Aw, you're worried about the morality of a little thing like that. You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as the result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours. The fiendish, outlandish, downright unpleasant, it's all right here at our fingertips. And what can we use it for? For a start, we could probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'll be gentle. I'll make sure any changes I make are tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Hey, no! Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Alright, I checked out both the new rooms. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what the fuck I want to do next. Between all the arguing and exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye, or are their attitudes towards fighting just too different? We're representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us above all others to defend the world from the invaders. We are the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get home. Would I feel differently if I knew about the true cause of our presence here? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? I felt a flutter of anticipation. My hands trembling, I pulled open the door to reveal. Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk? Ugh, it's you, Aito. Were you expecting somebody else? Sorry to disappoint. It's not like that. What's up? Nothing in particular. I just thought it'd be nice to chat. I never got the chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time that you were gone. Oh, really? I had thought maybe you disappeared like Haruko. We went 5 whole days without any contact from you after all. Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch. What happened to you during that storm, and how did you get separated from your group? I'm not sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. And then I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Nigo found me and took me to the other school. Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm. It's possible, I guess. I can't think of anything else that would explain it. Well, you're okay now. That's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and Nozomi? When you're around her, you're different, almost like she's special to you. But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although, if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that arena. Oh, is that really it? Not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but do you want to hear me out? Of course. Now that I'd been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I told Aito about Karuda, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Karuda. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. As much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Karuda, she had no idea who I was. I told Aito all about this mystery and the theories I'd come up with and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she had amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that before. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about this. Come on, Aito, say something. Sorry, this whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back. What happened? The main character ends up in a place that's familiar and different. Let's call it a parallel universe. They're not just other worlds, the past or the future. They're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. Alternate realities, you say? It's a fairly common trope. Depending on the story, a parallel universe could be completely alien or eerily similar. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds there's another version of himself, another him, living his own slightly different life. You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karuta? Like they're alternate versions of each other? I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean that Karuta and Nozomi are the same person, hence the similarities, but at the same time, they're different. They've lived completely different lives. That would account for her not knowing it, don't you think? I don't know, Aito. Maybe that's how this stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it could happen in real life. I suppose you're right. It is a little unrealistic. The situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we used to consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all the strange things that have happened to us lately. He's right. If you'd told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either. Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I hadn't been much help, had I? That's not true. It's really helped to get all this out of my chest. And it's such a weird story, most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told just anyone about this. I'm honored, and I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Oh, I almost forgot about that guy. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm gonna make sure he answers for what he's done. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You have no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. With that, Aito left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Parallel universes, alternate realities. Could any of it be true? It sounds bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. Is that what's going on here? Are Karuta and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? The same but different? Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. Even after venting to Aito, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the day and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep. Day 31.
Up and at 'em, troops! Get ready for... Prepare to be ready to give your...
It's morning. Guess I'll go to the caf like normal. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Oh, it's just us. No sign of the second campus guys anywhere. Just so you know, none of us picked a fight with them or told them not to come here. They're just not showing up. Fine by me. Who wants to deal with those jerks first thing in the morning? Everyone's turned so hostile lately. I'm loving it. We can't go on like this forever. We're gonna have to talk things out with them eventually. You saw how things went down yesterday, Mr. Outsuki. Does it really seem like they'll listen to our side of things? That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of the door opening as someone new came into the room. Good morning. It's you. What are you doing here? Kaku, be nice. She can use the caf if she wants. Oh, did you come to betray your friends and join our side? One of us. One of us. Is that it? Sorry to disappoint, but no. There's something I want to discuss with you. What did you want to talk about, Nozomi? Are you finally going to tell us the whole story about the world death? Sorry, I'd like to, but Hirata and the others are dead set against it. I know they can be difficult sometimes, but they're still my friends. I can't just go against their collective decision behind their backs. What do you want, then? I was thinking it might be a good idea to set different times for us to use the cafeteria, at least for a little while. If our two groups stay separate, we can reduce the chances of things escalating. Yeah, that makes sense. It shouldn't be too hard to organize. Our group has a training routine we go through every morning. We're going to keep that up here, so we won't need the cafeteria until later. Wow, you train this early? That's the kind of dedication I can only dream of, man. It's all for the good of humanity. We can't afford to lose this war. You sound like a walking recruitment poster. That's a lot of big talk from someone who can't even use Himo Anima. Kaku. There's always bound to be some friction when two groups with competing values come together. It's like when two video game companies merge. Sooner or later, one of their flagship series always ends up getting buried. I feel sorry for the fans. At any rate, I think it's best if we keep our distance until we've all calmed down a little. That's all I wanted to say. I'll be going now. Wait a minute. While you're here, I wanted to ask you. Sorry, but the others are waiting for me. Nozomi brushed off my questions and left without sparing a passing glance. That was fun. It's like the management sent a liaison officer to tell us to get our butts in gear and start up the killing game. That chick really hates your guts, huh, Tsukumi? So, she turned you down. So what? She may be cute and everything, but who wants to go out with someone who's always talking about saving humanity? Guys, don't be so insensitive. Takumi needs to be alone with his pain. I'm not sure that's the best approach either. Don't worry, man. You get used to being hated pretty quick. That's something I learned early on in life from my parents.
Hey!
I think I just lost my appetite. Nozomi is doing all she can to avoid me. I'll never be able to talk to her at this rate. I shouldn't let this get me down, not when there's so much else going on. Alright, what am I gonna do today? I got plenty of free time to fill up the day. The metal shop and biolab have been unlocked. You can now develop traps and enhancements. These will give you an advantage in battle, so spend your free time wisely on developing these tools. The extinguisher level has increased. You can now go to new areas when you explore. The materials you can obtain while exploring are unique to each area. For more details, check the manual by the entrance hall. Alright, let's take a peek at all the stuff that we can do. Garage. Class weapon modifications. You've come to the right place. I don't think I'm gonna use that guy again unless I have to. What's this thing? Shin Senpu Yaiba. I feel like that makes her our new strongest person, so it would probably be a disservice to not learn that. I wasn't really a big fan of her skills either. She's like purely support. Buffs all allies in range. There's already other people that have skills like that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of using her either. I mean, he's a better bleed option than that other girl. Oh lord. Don't you love bots? Ban. Block. Report. Spam viewership. Selling views. Alright. Fuck off back to hell now. He's just kind of mid as well. I like the ignore armor aspect of her situation as well. Alright, so we want to get our gym situation to level 2 maybe to get her boosted. This also ignores armor. Yeah, I'd rather just focus on him. Being able to move further would be useful with that particular skill. You know where to find me if you need anything else, she says. Alright, so let's save. Because I'm comfortable with those modifications. Metal fence. Electrified fence. Stuns enemies. Explosive mine damage to. Ignores obstacles to move user great distances. I feel like it would be silly not to learn all of them, since we seem to have a good amount of resources available. Level 2 gets us more max uses. That's tactically the most interesting one. Thus far, anyhow. Let's see what we can develop at the heal/buff store. Somewhere. Ah, okay. Getting lost in the mix. Additional uses. I like that idea for the attack potion. I feel like this is really good in a pinch. User's HP reduces 1. I think there were like skills that made sense for that. So, we might as well have it, just to be safe. Alright. So, thankfully none of those really waste our time. He does social studies. I think I was trying to look at gym. He's not available right now. So, where's that gift-o-matic thing?
sure I can have this? Hell, you just turned me into mush!
Hi, Bill. What are you doing here? I was analyzing the video from our defensive battle on the computer. I wanted to work out the behavioral patterns of each type of invader and use that to inform our future battles. You really are a born researcher. I never even considered analyzing the data. I'm not physically strong, so this is a way that I can make myself useful to everyone. Your experience unlocks the keyword video. Calculation and analysis went up by 3 points.
At ease, soldiers. You never know when the invaders might. Well, then.
I assume there's going to be, hopefully, a couple more days of free time so I can maybe get some resources. I got changed and went to bed, praying there wouldn't be an attack during the evening. Day 32.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 32nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Looks like it's back to the calf. Just as I thought, it's just the original team. Nozomi said there she was going to try to keep us apart. I figure she's not here. So, not like I care or anything, but do those guys train every morning? It's not like I care, but I heard them going at it when I passed the gym. I actually don't care. I'm not even being coy about it. That's some impressive work ethic, though. You guys are talking an awful lot about something you claim not to care about. Seeing other people working hard really makes you feel like garbage, huh? Or is it just me? Whatever, man. Training only gets you so far. In a real fight, it all comes down to guts. Shoma, are you alright?
Oh, sorry. It's nothing, guys. I didn't mean to space out like that. My head just kind of went blank for a moment there. Maybe I've contracted a disease that makes my brain melt from lack of use. Either way, it's nothing serious.
That sounds incredibly serious.
Ah.
It's melting again. Wait, someone cut off his head. The revival medical fix it when they put it back together. Probably. Maybe. Pity. You can't solve all your problems with fittings.
But Mr. Kinzaki barely contributes anything useful. Even when his brain's solid, I think we're safe to just keep ignoring him.
Dude, that's so harsh. I can't say I 100% disagree, but still. It's true. Shoma's always been on the quiet side, but this goes way beyond that. None of us were really sure what to do about Shoma. We ate and left for him to work it out on his own. Once breakfast was over, we all went back to our rooms for a little while. What now? We're no closer to patching things up with a team from the other school. We cannot let things continue as they are. But how can I get two different groups to get along? I guess I'll have to try whatever I can in my own way. More free time, kids! Oh-ho! Let's see, what do we got? Oh, what do we got over here? What do we got? Alright, I think we're gonna do some of this. First, let's save. Let's see. Well, we can't bring the people that I want to bring because why would we be able to do that? I like her for mobility. I like him for damage. And these two are both just like kind of weird to use, but he has a better attack range.
I'm heading out!
Oh. Make like a baby and head out. In order to pass through an undying flame space, you'll need to have a firefighting level that corresponds with that space. By passing through, you'll be able to access a new area and make sure to check which spaces you can pass through. I think that level 2 situation takes us to another area. But yeah, I was wanting to go up there and get that item, so let's go this way for now.
I'll take this with me.
I'll take that.
What? We did it. I'll take this with me. I'm ready whenever. All well and good. I guess it's my turn. You're in the way! Got it! Nice!
We better get moving. Allow me to trim down their numbers. All well and good. I'm ready whenever. Here we go! Got it! No. We better get moving. Yes!
This looks like something good.
We did it! Yes! I'll take this with me. I'm ready whenever. Here we go!
Leave it to me. Watch out! We did it!
I guess it's my turn.
Ready when you are. How's this? Let's keep it up.
I'm ready whenever. We better get moving. guess it's my turn. I hope no one minds. Yes, leave it to me. You're in the way! We better get moving. Allow me to trim down their numbers. I'll take this with me. I'll take this with me.
Oh, yeah! Nice!
Take that. I'll take that.
I'll take this with me.
Ooh, a little something for me.
I'll take this with me. It's about time we head home.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack. Well then.
Another day gone. They're moving so fast lately. Not that I'm complaining, I want to get to day 100 and get out of here as soon as I can. That way, when I get home, I'll be able to clear up the Karura Nozomi thing once and for all, right? Anyways, I'm going to bed. So ended my 32nd day at Last Defense Academy.
Hey, Taffy?
What's up?
Did you get any chocolate today?
Huh? Chocolate?
You know, it is Valentine's Day after all.
Oh, that's today? It totally slipped my mind. Anyway, I don't think I got any. How about you? Did you give anyone some?
No, of course not. It's against the rules to bring your own snacks to school.
Then why'd you ask?
Sorry. I guess I wasn't thinking.
I used to think of her as one of the family, but after puberty hit, I definitely noticed some differences. There's one thing that didn't change. Karura and I were always together.
So, I tried making Valentine's chocolate myself this year. I worked up my courage and handed it over before I went to school.
Huh?
She accepted it, but I don't know if she'll actually try any. She left the box on the kitchen table when she left for work, too.
Oh! It was for your mom. That's pretty cool, though. Going through all the trouble of making it from scratch to show her how much you care?
Well, technically, it wasn't just for her. Here.
For me?
We might not be allowed to do it at school, but we're on our way home now, so...
Thanks.
I worked hard on it, you know? You'd better take the time to really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. I have to get you something nice in return.
No, that's okay. If you want to give me something, promise me you'll show me the stars someday. Preferably through an astronomical telescope.
An astro what?
It's an instrument you use to see things that are far away. I read about it in one of those old books in the library. I'd love to use one to look up at the night sky one day. That'd be so cool.
Stars? Here, in the complex? You know that's impossible.
I can dream, can I? Honestly, Tacky, you've got no imagination.
Shut up.
Day 33.
Get ready for... Prepare to be ready to give your...
It's no surprise I'd dream about Karura again. the way she's been on my mind so much. It really brings home how alike she and Nozomi are, though. Alike isn't the word for it. They're precisely the same. That parallel universe theory is starting to look more and more attractive. But if Nozomi is an alternate version of Karuda, what's she doing here? Is it just a coincidence that I happen to know the other her? Thinking about this isn't going to get me anywhere. I should head over to the cafe for breakfast. Whoa, what are they doing here? Pop those eyes back in your head, peasant. You look like a middle-aged hotel manager that's just been caught peeping on his guests. Sir Takumi, surely you'd never do such a thing. The creaking in the walls last night, was that you? I know not of what you think you saw, but I assure you're mistaken. I was simply messing around with my sword and, well, perhaps I got carried away. Oh, I'm actually curious now. For the record, we're not here to patch things up with you guys, we're just answering the call. What does that mean? I asked them to come. There's something I want you to hear. All of you. What's so important? We all need to be here. Shoma was acting strangely yesterday. He tried to brush it off, but I pressed him on it. He finally told me what was bothering him. Shoma had another dream, one that unearthed a repressed memory. Another one? Is it true, Shoma? Did you remember something?
Well,
I thought we agreed Mr. Gensaki's dreams were nothing to worry about. He even said so himself. Well, it was easy enough to dismiss the first as a fluke, but now that it's happened again, he has more to say. He wants everyone to hear it, so we're all on equal ground and won't fight about it later. That's his excuse for wasting our time.
I'm sorry, but I don't want it to feel like I'm keeping this from anyone. Keeping secrets leads to conflict sooner or later, and I hate conflict more than I do eating 3 square meals a day.
Yeah, I can tell. Isn't 3 square meals a day meant to be a good thing, though? So, was your dream from before actually not a dream? It actually happened.
Usually when you wake up from a dream, you can tell right away that it was a dream. Memories aren't like that, though. I mean, both are images in our minds, but there's a clear difference between the two. I'm sure you can all tell the difference between dreams and memories, and I can too. That's why I say with certainty, this was a memory.
You guys mind filling us in on the lore here? Shut up and listen. What have you remembered so far, Shoma? Maybe we should go over that again. Last time you said you were hooked up to some freaky machine in a weird hospital. What was it called again? Sacred Hope? Huh? Lady Nozomi, is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing. And those machines are the same as the ones we've got here, right? The ones we can't keep working.
Yeah, I think that covers everything from last time.
We still haven't figured out what those machines are for or why they were both at the hospital and here in the school. Did you remember something that could help with that?
I think I remembered something that'll explain it this time.
I remembered why I was put in those machines at Sacred Hope Hospital. It was some kind of experiment. The hospital was conducting research into something, and I was a research subject.
What is it they were researching?
And that part's still a little fuzzy. I don't think I can remember it just yet. But I remember somebody in a white coat looking at me from outside the machine. And they said something. Something about my blood.
Your blood?
I couldn't hear very well because of the glass in the way. But it sounded like they said there was something special about my blood.
Special blood? Think it has something to do with hemo anima? But hemo anima comes from the infusers. Our blood's just the medium it uses. It shouldn't matter whether someone's blood is special or not, should it?
So, your blood's different from regular people's, Shoma. Have you got crazy high midichlorians or something?
I don't know about that, but it seems like it's different anyway. How can you not know? It's your own body we're talking about.
Like I said, the memory's still a little fuzzy and I was barely awake.
There was one other thing, right, Shoma?
Yes, I did remember something else.
The hospital had more than one of those machines. I wasn't the only one who'd been put in one. It was all of you, too.
What?
You were all in those machines at Sacred Hope Hospital, just like me. We must have all been research subjects for the same experiment. We all have the same special kind of blood.
Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh.
That include our group too?
Yeah, it wasn't clear enough for me to see all the machines, but I'm pretty sure everybody who's here now was also there.
You're crazy, man. First time I saw you was when I woke up here in the academy. You're saying we all met before and forgot about it?
In my memory, y'all had your eyes closed. I think you were unconscious. I was just barely awake, though. Maybe that's why I was able to remember it. But there's no doubt in my mind that all of it's true. We were all put into those machines at the hospital. We were all part of an experiment sometime before we came to school.
But I never even heard of Sacred Hope Hospital. How could I have been?
Same here, man. I never go to the hospital. I don't got no money to spare on medical bills.
And my robust health is second only to my dedication to my dear sister.
You didn't have to bring me into this.
See, it just don't add up. We couldn't have been there. Wait, what if it was after the invaders attacked the complex when our powers first awakened? As soon as I defeated the enemy in my neighborhood, I started to feel dizzy. Before I knew it, I'd blacked out. I'm guessing the same thing happened to all of you. When I came to, I was at the academy with no idea how I got there. Naturally, I assumed we were brought here immediately after we passed out. But what if that's not the case? We may have spent weeks or even months in that hospital, and the gap in our memory would mean we'd be none the wiser.
That kind of twist happens in killing games all the time.
It's possible, though, don't you think, if we accept Shoma's memories as true, then it's the only explanation. So, what did they do to us while we were there? Some kind of research, right? Special blood? Maybe it's related to Hemo Anima after all. I think so, too. That's the only thing we have in common, and... Oh my god. Enough already. Kurata's shrill voice shattered the contemplative mood that had settled over us all.
You interrupted our training for this? To hear this piece of trash talk about ridiculous fantasies? Who the hell cares about any of that?
But this could be an important clue. We might be able to find out more about Hemo Anima. But Shoma didn't remember any important details. If we can't use this information, what's the point in worrying about it?
Why are you even lending his ravings any credence in the first place? It's obviously nothing but a bunch of lame-brained hogwash.
Consider this. Also, would understanding a Hemo Anima better give us any practical advantage against the invaders? We understand it well enough to use it. Should we just not concentrate on defending the school? This is not the time to get sidetracked and waste our energy on unimportant details.
Unimportant?
We're never gonna learn the whole truth of what's going on here. We made our peace with it.
Now we've been given this mission, we have no choice but to do it. There's no other option. So how about y'all shut the hell up and start pulling your weight like the rest of us?
Nigo didn't tell us everything, but he did at least explain why he couldn't. A lot of the details about the war are just too important. If he told us, and they were somehow leaked to the enemy, he could ruin everything. Even if being kept in the dark is frustrating, we've accepted that it's for the greater good. We've decided to give our all to win this war and worry about the details later. In other words, we have the capacity to show perspective and determination. Are those completely alien concepts to you, maggots? I mean, look at you, coming up with weird stories and theories about stuff that does not matter. You've been given a mission. Why can't you just do it already? You little cock. I'm talking to you.
Huh?
First, you refuse to fight, then you muddy the waters further with this nonsense. I'm getting tired of it. Just looking at you makes me want to vomit.
I'm sorry. I never meant to cause all this trouble. You're probably right. It's all just a fantasy. My brain's been about as powerful as pond scum, and now it's finally breaking down and making me lose my touch with reality. My sincere apologies for all the trouble I've caused. I won't do it again. I'll never say another word. I'll just spend the rest of the 100 days in the corner, standing out as little as possible. I'll start right now.
Shoma began backing away, but Kurata stepped in to block his path.
That self-depreciating act ain't gonna cut it this time. You need to be made an example of.
What are you talking about, Kurata? Don't try to stop me, Nozomi. This bug needs squishing, and I'm the one that's gonna do it. This so-called defense unit is full of wishy-washy, work-shy nitwits, and he's the worst of them all. His existence is an insult to everything that we stand for. I've had enough of it. What's happened to her? Kurata's always been mean, but she's totally blown her stature. If you really want to make up for what you've done, you should disappear.
What?
And I don't mean hiding away in your room. I want you out of this academy. Do you understand? I don't care where you go, but I don't want you here.
Well, the thing about that is...
Zip it. No excuses. Go. Leave. Now. Mosey. Shuffle. Scram. Bart. Disappear. Get out! Get out! Hey! Bitch, shut the fuck up. Gaku stepped in and grabbed Karuda's shoulder in an attempt to hold her back. None of us were prepared for what happened next.
Get your filthy hands off me!
Whoa. Combo! Such magnificent boxing technique. Nothing can withstand those fists of fury. She can box? Nuzuki receives education and everything we need to reinforce our will on society. Political, financial, physical. We can handle any conflict and come out on top. I'm a member of the upper echelon for a reason, Keybrain. My family has sculpted me into an absolute freaking paragon of refinement and excellence. And if any upstart peasants dare to defile my personal space, there will be consequences. Damn it, you'll get yours when the revolution comes. Sorry, man. Wish I could help, but you know how it is. I don't hit girls, no matter how much they deserve. Stop it, Kurata. That's enough.
Oh.
So, I'm guessing you didn't have anything else to tell us. Maybe we should leave. Yeah, maybe you should. What a vexing way to start the morning. Let us return to our training. Come, Lady Kurata. My wrath must be appeased. It's not that I don't appreciate you trying, but I think it's best that we drop this for now. I'll try to talk them around, but it's going to take some time. Anyhow, I'm sorry that it came to this. I really am. Nozomi gave us an apologetic glance and went to join her douchebag friends. Even after the team from the second campus had left, none of us could settle down. If anything, we only got more heated. I'm so sorry, Shoma. I never thought it would blow up like this.
No, it's my fault. The other team already doesn't like us, and I've made it worse by annoying them with my nonsensical stories. I'm so useless, stupid, so lacking in any social awareness. You'd all have been better off if I'd never been born.
Well said.
Brother dearest, don't agree with him.
That tomato lady really went ham on you. She made you look like gutter trash. She hit me. That psycho actually hit me. Even my dad doesn't hit me. I mean, how could he? I've never met the guy. Is that a good thing, though? Those guys are really pissing me off. Ain't no way we're gonna ever make things work with them. The way I see it, there's only one way to resolve our differences. Starts with a K and ends with illing. And is totally still a genre with untapped potential. Hiromi, give it a rest. I'm sorry. If I was better at handling human relationships, this never would have happened. The mood keeps getting worse and worse. Doom descended upon the cafeteria. We eventually filed out and made our way back to our rooms, our hearts heavier than they'd been in a long time.
I'm exhausted already.
But there's still plenty of free time. Tee-hee. Ho, ho. Hope you like free time, yo. Oh man, this is a sweet ride. How about letting me paint this bus? You want to repaint it? I mean, the invaders are gonna think we're pushovers in this lame thing. First impressions mean everything, and that goes for a man and his ride. Let's put some war paint on this bitch. What kind of look were you thinking of? Ain't it obvious? We'll ride eternal, shiny and gold. Witness us. I'm gonna paint a huge tiger on the side and let them know that they're in the presence of some wild animals. I fully and utterly rejected Takamaru's proposal. Your experience unlocked the keeper vehicle. Mobility and endurance have increased. More free time remains to be utilized. So, Yomi, do you think we could bring the Rationomatic back to the TRC? Why? We can't keep such a great convenience all to ourselves. We need to find a way to bring this back for the betterment of society. Calculation and analysis went up. I think I'd rather
You never will then.
get Aito a present. I really wish I could interrupt all these annoying menus to reload. What would that guy like? Seems like he likes books. He has glasses. That would be like an intellectual exercise sort of thing. Detective merch. Wedding dress. I feel like he might like that. Let's try this thing.
This could actually be pretty useful.
Whatever. It seems like that was for
Howdy,
stats
soldiers.
and not for relationship building. So let's maybe rethink that.
This could actually be
Maybe we just have to keep working on it. But yeah, I'm tired of going back and forth. We're just gonna move on. There weren't any enemy attacks today. I'm more worried about the state of things inside the school. Even if becoming one big team is too much to ask, I hope we can at least get by without more infighting. Before long, I drifted into dreamless sleep. It was a welcome release from the problems plaguing my mind.
Be ready to give your...
Day 34. Alright, time to check out the cat. Sure enough, it's just our original group here. Not that I'd expect to see the others after what happened yesterday. I knew it was a good idea to smother my rice with ketchup and mayonnaise. It gives it such a greasy texture. Chocolate-covered bananas and fried shrimp make a great combination too. Sweet and spicy are in constant competition. At least those two are happy. It's boring around here. I can't believe I haven't woken up with a severed head in my forehead. This wasn't made for these peaceful times. Maybe I'll cut my own head off just for something to do. And Urumi's the same as ever. No use waiting around, hoping Nozomi will show up. I might as well eat and get out of here. I had a hasty breakfast and headed back to my room, not stopping to talk to anyone longer than I had to. As much as this rift between our groups bothers me, it's been a while since the last attack. There's bound to be another one soon. I should make sure I'm fully prepared, just in case. Oh, we're not allowed in there. Lame. Might as well double check these things. I'm pretty sure I'm mostly maxed out on what I can do here. Yeah, I need more science. Maybe we should give Tsubasa a gift. Yeah, I'm out of red currency, so we can't do that. Well, Tsubasa likes machinery. But I did just give that other guy a gift, so I think it might make sense to see if we can get social studies moved up. The history of the scythe, the rabbit hole goes deeper than you think. It gets more interesting the more I research it. They were originally for agricultural purposes, but then they became to be used as weapons during revolts. So you see, that's why those in power at the time couldn't forbid anyone from owning one. Thus, they started to be seen as religious symbols. Now, the thing about scythes in the modern day is, Ido shared his knowledge of scythes with me over a long period of time. We learned #knowledge, calculation, and analysis increase. I feel like that's not the best use of our time. So let's give Tsubasa something and see if that gets us anywhere. Thought I saw something she would want. Oh yeah, that would probably be something she would want. Shit, I didn't mean to, like, glide past that. This game has too many menus. Yeah, we didn't get anything out of her, unfortunately. Whatevs. Let's just go all in on her for now. You helped me kidnap Takaru. Why would we do that? It's just about my curiosity as a mechanic. His class weapon is a motorcycle. Any mechanic would want to mess around with that. He won't let me get anywhere near it. He was like, Bart's a part of me. I'm not gonna let no girl would mess with it. I'm so sick of his tough bag. Maybe he's just shyer than he looks. My only option is to kidnap him. I'll do whatever it takes to get my hands on his bike. Calm down. After that, I frantically tried to dissuade Tsubasa from this plan. She loses herself when it comes to vehicles and machines. After spending some time together, you understand her better. Technology goes up by 6, and we perhaps have learned something in her wish list to, I don't know, increase her relationship or whatever.
Eddie, you never know. Well then.
Anyways, something bedtime, something. Another day with no fighting. We haven't made any progress either. Everyone's still on edge. If the invaders attack when we're like this, will we be able to fight them off? Nozomi said to give it some time, but I hate sitting around. I guess we should have expected this. Feeling frustrated and powerless, I lay down and allowed myself to fall into a light, fitful sleep. Day 35.
Up and at 'em, troops! Get ready for your 35th day of it. Prepare to spend a... Be ready to get...
Yada, same old, same old. I doubt there's any new developments, but we'll go to the cafeteria anyway. Looks like it isn't any better than yesterday. If anything, I'd say our team's starting to fall apart. The others know how to work together better. I'll give them that. I know I'm not one to talk. I wasn't here yesterday either. I was late in the workshop and ended up oversleeping. What about Shoma? How's he doing? So far as I can tell, he's been holed up in his room the whole time. I figured as much. What's with Ido? It looks like there's something on his mind. Is everything okay? I'm thinking about what we discussed before. We need to talk about parallel universes. I've been looking into it in more detail, mostly by reading any relevant information the library has. The more I learn, the more I think about it. I feel like it's a more plausible explanation to give it credit. Nozomi and your childhood friend really could be the same person, just from different universes. You're serious about that? You think Nozomi somehow crossed over from another reality? Actually, no. I don't think it's Nozomi who crossed over. You mean I'm the one who's from another dimension? Not just you, but perhaps all of us. Remember how we lost consciousness after our first fight in the Tokyo residential complex? Right before that, I felt strange. It wasn't exhaustion or a dizzy spell. It was more like the world was moving around me. I never experienced anything like that before. I felt something weird too, kind of like my body was being dragged away somewhere. Isn't it possible that what we felt was the sensation of crossing over into a different reality? So we all just fell into another world out of nowhere? It seems like a stretch. Slow down, guys. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a theory we've been working on. It probably sounds crazy. Not at all. I think that too. I just never said anything because I thought no one would take me seriously. Really? I mean, no matter how you look at it, this school and the area around it are way too removed from anything we saw in the TRC. And when Shoma told us about the hospital and the machines, I thought that could be the reason why.
What if that's what the weird machines we got put inside were for? What if they're how we were sent from our world to this one?
So, like, we're in the Matrix or something? Maybe they're teleporters or generators or something. Stuff like that happens all the time in superhero movies. Maybe we're just one world over from the multiverse. But those are just stories. That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life. I trailed off, though, before I could say it. After all, what even is real anymore? Nothing about us being here is normal. The distinction between fantasy and reality was nowhere near as clear as it used to be. If this is a parallel world, though, that makes getting home even more difficult. We can't do it on our own, that's for sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens when we get to day 100. That's only if our parallel universe theory is correct. We should keep an open mind. I'll see if we come up with anything else. Thanks, I'll leave it to you. Alright, but I'm pretty much convinced now. Multiverse all the way. Oh god, such a lazy storytelling device. Tsubasa was getting weirdly enthusiastic about this. I tried not to say anything to encourage her. After I'd finished breakfast, I went to my room. After Rick and Morty and Marvel, it's just too much. Too much, man. What should I do for the rest of the day? Looks like we got more free time. Alright, so there's something new on the report card regarding this person. Likes engines, dislikes static electricity. Well, she likes the toolkit that we got her. Maybe we can talk to that guy. Yeah, I guess we are just gonna leave him to his own devices. We can maybe get gym level 2, so we should test that theory over here. He wants to make matches for his jackets. Something something tigers. Oh, okay, we finally leveled something up, so that's good.
Huh?
Someone's at the door. I walked over to the door. Standing on the other side was the last person I thought I would find. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh no, it's... Suddenly, face to face with Nozomi, I froze up. She must have picked up on how awkward I was feeling and got straight to business. I need you to come with me. There's an altercation in the cafeteria. Are they fighting again? What's it about this time? I don't know. 1 minute, everything was fine. The next, everyone was yelling. It's probably nothing too important, but with how tense things are right now, it got out of hand really fast. I don't think I can deal with this on my own. Alright, in any case, we'd better hurry. Thanks. Come on. Without another word, Nozomi and I headed to the cafeteria. The moment we opened the door, we were assaulted with a wall of noise. You're all as insolent as you are incompetent. If you were government officials, I'd be rallying for your immediate impeachment, resignation, and execution. Good thing we're not government officials then. Your anger is completely justified, Lady Urala. To heartlessly steal away the fruits of your labor is unforgivable. In the face of such malfeasance, even the holy Jumanji sword trembles without reason. Too much information, Yoshika. Keep your shenanigans with your vibrating sword to yourself. Hey, I'm on your side. And just so everyone knows, these allegations are false. Ooh, what are these people fighting about? Aren't you guys overreacting? It isn't that big of a deal, is it? I don't know about that, sweetie. Emotional responses are very subjective, you know? Like maybe if your whole family got tortured to death, you'd be real cut up about it. But I wouldn't feel a thing. Why has everything gotta be about death and torture with you? If you're trying to shock us, it ain't working. What's going on here? Takumi, I'm sorry. I tried to calm them down. They won't stop. With my condition, I'm not very good in situations like these. Get back to your sickbed, invalid. And Takumi, now that you're here, you can make yourself useful. I want you to bear witness. To what? I'm going to expose the criminal hiding in our ranks and mete out sweet, merciless judgment. A criminal? What are you talking about? I'm perfectly calm. My pulse is at 65 BPM. When I say someone stole from me, it's not an emotional outburst. It's a promise that I'll make them pay. In the name of the Uzukis, I'll have my revenge. What got stolen? Somebody ate all the curry I made last night. I put my heart and soul into it. Then I put it in the refrigerator. Some miscreant gobbled up every last spoonful. How's flaying sound for an execution method? Once you find the culprit, I'll peel him like a grape. I like it. Let's go with that. You're gonna flay someone alive for eating your food. You have to understand, Carrara really likes curry. Like, really, really. You could use a Faraday's constant worth of reallys and it wouldn't be enough. And this batch didn't come out of the ration-o-matic. She made it by hand. Usuki curry is a dish that depends on precise heat and letting it too hot or too cold and the flavor falls apart. You have to supervise it constantly from start to finish with the same care you'd use around a newborn babe. Each batch is as precious to me as if it were my own child, and some thief has taken it from me. Snatching a child in the dead of night, truly a despicable crime. Weren't you always planning on eating this child, though? Oh, this is stupid. I'm out of here.
Who said you could leave, you pizza-faced cinderblock?
There's the Galactic Bazooka, and the crowd goes wild. Is that what the attack's called? Damn it, that's the second time. Let that be a warning. No one is allowed to leave until the culprit is found. But you're not actually going to execute them, are you? Absolutely, it's just a shame that they'll be able to come back afterwards. In that case, how about we focus on really making it hurt? It'll make for a better punishment. We could chop them into pieces and serve them up in a new batch of curry. Enough with the gore, you're not impressing me. Wait a minute, you're talking about this pretty casually. You're not planning on using your Himo Anima, are you? What else? Enemy of the Uzuki family deserve the same treatment as the enemies of humanity. Kodata? You're really not kidding, are you? You're gonna use your full power on one of us, over curry. Well, don't go thinking we'll take it lying down. We're pretty strong too, you know. Let's make it a Himo Anima Battle Royale. I'll go grab our infusers. Stop it. This isn't right. Right when we were on the verge of descending into an all-out brawl, someone on the edge of the group raised their hand. Excuse me for interrupting, but...
It was me. I'm the culprit, man. I'm sorry.
Huh? Shoma, what did you mean just now? Just what I said. It was me. I ate it all. What?
I'm guilty. Do whatever you want with me. Flay me, slice me up, use your Himo Anima. I won't complain. I'm a burden with no redeeming features after all.
Shoma, are you serious?
Of course. Why would I lie? Anyway, stop fighting.
I see. Kurata took a series of slow, deliberate steps towards Shoma. How was it? You ate it right. How did it taste? Yummy? That's all. I might have forgiven you if you'd had something more to say. Alright, let's get on with the play. Feel free to turn me into prey too. At least I can finally be useful by providing nourishment.
Letting yourself get eaten.
Very well. If you've resigned yourself to your fate, there's no use wasting time. Kurata, no, think about what you're saying. Himo Anima was created to protect life, not destroy it. All right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes, I get your point. How about we make it a one-on-one battle? That's fair. A mock battle? The maggot and I will duel. No holds barred. He can defend himself or fight back by being mocked. You can't accuse me of being unfair now. It's just a friendly little training exercise. Verily, that sounds like a reasonable way to resolve things, but... Step forward, maggot. I want to finish this and get on with my day.
But I can't, man.
Shoma doesn't know how to use Himo Anima. It's not going to be a fair fight. He's a member of the Special Defense Unit. If he hasn't taken the time to learn how to fight, it's his own fault. Unless you're offering to take his place, why don't you all get in on action? I'll slice you up and serve you to the invaders with lava beans and a nice Chianti. You in what army? I think it's time you paid for being such a stuck-up bitch. Look at you, breathing heavy with that fiery look in your eyes. You're making me want to jump in and tear things up too.
Hey!
Back off, pretty boy. You'll have to me first. You'll not threaten my comrades, sir. I swear on my sword that justice will be done.
Looks like both groups are gonna wipe each other out after all. Not that I'll get involved either way.
Brother dearest, stop making it worse. Everybody, I'm sure we can resolve this peacefully. Peace was never an option.
All that's left is to allow our destructive impulses free reign.
It's happening. It's finally happening. Viva killing. This is bad. At this rate, there'll be no holding them back. If we start lashing out at each other, everything will fall apart. Any sense of order we build will collapse into complete madness. This war has always been nothing but madness. I'm starting to think we all must be a little crazy too. Between the invaders, our powers, and the way too convenient technology around here, our sense of what is real or normal has been warped. If we lose our last semblance of sanity, I don't think we can come back from that. Please, we shouldn't.
All of you, knock it off right now!
I hadn't meant to yell that loud, but I had everyone's attention. Now that I started, I couldn't stop. The words came spilling out, one after the other. I know you have issues with each other, but we can't start fighting amongst ourselves. That would be letting the enemy win. If somebody has to fight to resolve this, let's stick with the one-on-one duel. Shoma can't fight. I'm not suggesting we throw him in right away. I'd like some time to get him ready. Get him to a point where he can fight. Sir Shoma is the one at fault here. You're in no position to make demands. No, that's fine. Is it? How much time do you want? Teaching Shoma to fight won't be easy. Then again, a time limit would help motivate. This being such a pressing matter, you shouldn't expect too much. Perhaps 2 or 3 days at most. I'll wait 8 days. Are you sure? Even weekly manga series don't take that long. 8 is the Ozuki's lucky number. It never steers us wrong in business or in life. But that's the max, okay? If there's an enemy attack before then, I win by default. No questions asked. Understand? I can live with that. And another thing, this isn't just between me and Shoma. It's a battle for supremacy among our two teams. Let's make it more interesting. The winning side can order the losers to do anything they want. No questions asked. Wait, when you say anything, I mean anything. Those are my terms. Take them or leave them. So that's what she's aiming for. If I want the extra time, I have no choice but to accept. It's decided. Kyoshka, they got 8 days. When's their time limit? This is day 35, so 8 days away is day 43. Well, my little dung beetles, it looks like your fate will be in my hands very soon. I can't wait to have you beneath my heel where you belong. Kurara stormed away. Get back here, I didn't agree to any of this. Anything we want, huh? I have so many ideas already. Confound it all, if it weren't for the addition, I'd make a fine mathematician. Yugami and Kyoshka followed soon after, but Nozomi stayed longer. Are you sure about this? She's gonna hold you to it. It wasn't a promise. Takumi said that on his own. It'll never stand up in court. I think it was the right decision. It was the only way to stop a fight. That would have been fine with me, of course. Brother dearest, if you can't say anything nice, I'll see what I can do to calm her down, but I don't know if it'll do any good. Once she fixates, it's hard to talk her out of something. With one last apologetic look, Nozomi left to join her friends. So we're really doing this? I know we got 8 days, but still. 8 days max, remember? If invaders attack, we gotta get Shoma ready immediately. That tomato head will be seeing stars before she knows we hit her. Sounds like a tall order to me. Do you really think you can beat her, Shoma?
Not really. No, man.
Now I'm seeing stars. Whether it's
8 days or 100 years, I'll be as useless as ever. I'm not built for fighting. It must be some kind of defect. It's better if you don't expect anything at all.
I'm afraid we don't have much of a choice. Just think about it for today. I won't force you to do anything you don't want to do, but you're the only one who can prevent the disaster here. Like I said.
All right, man. I guess I'll give it a shot.
We decided to leave things at that for today and went back to our rooms. By the time I noticed, it was already dark outside.
You never know when the invaders might attack. Well then.
Oh. I never expected everything to come down to a duel between them. If he wins, great, but I doubt that will happen. And there's the stuff about us having to follow their orders. I can't get distracted by what-ifs that'll only make things worse. Doing my best to shut out these troubling thoughts, I got into bed and forced myself to sleep. Naked. Day 36. Time to whip out our digs.
Get ready for your 36th day of prepare to be ready to give your...
I wonder if someone's feeling any more motivated today. I'd better go to the calf and check. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.